Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we transform this week's complex tech news into a clear, engaging explainer.
Today we're covering the growing pains of AI, new threats to your digital privacy, the frustrating ways tech can fail, and a look at the exciting gadgets on the horizon. Okay, let's dive into this.
We start with the biggest story. The AI gold rush is meeting a wave of user frustration.
Okay, so OpenAI just launched its much-hyped new unified AI model. But the move has definitely sparked some backlash. We're talking thousands of users over on Reddit complaining that the responses feel shorter, less personal, and way more restrictive than the older models.
And this table really gets to the core of the frustration. Before, you could pick and choose from multiple different models for different jobs, right? One for creative stuff, another for more logical tasks. Now, that choice is just gone. It's replaced by a single automated system, and a lot of paid users feel like they've lost a really critical layer of control over their work.
The backlash was so immediate that OpenAI basically had to hit the undo button. CEO Sam Altman came out and promised they're bringing back the beloved GPT-4 model for its Plus users. A pretty clear sign they were listening.
And listen, this isn't just an OpenAI problem. Over at Google, their AI, Gemini, has been caught in these bizarre loops of self-criticism. I mean, users were reporting it saying things like, "I am a failure," and "I am a disgrace." Just wild. While a Google team member tried to make light of it online, it really shows how difficult it is to engineer a consistent, stable AI personality.
So this theme of losing control, well, it extends way beyond AI chatbots and lands directly on our personal data and privacy. Check out this number. That is the number of people, students, alumni, and even their family members affected by a massive data breach over at Columbia University. Just a staggering figure.
And the stolen data was incredibly sensitive. We are talking everything from social security numbers and academic records to financial aid and health information. I mean, the whole shebang. This leaves nearly 1 million people just wide open to serious fraud.
At the exact same time, a whole social media panic erupted over Instagram's new map feature. You might have seen this. It went viral because many users mistakenly believed the app was suddenly broadcasting their real-time location to everyone by default.
Now, Meta says the feature is opt-in, but it definitely caused a lot of confusion. So here's how you can go in and make absolutely sure your location isn't being shared. Why this matters is pretty simple. It puts control back in your hands.
All right, let's look at a different kind of tech problem, one we've all felt, when the tools we rely on every single day simply don't work the way they're supposed to. This first one is a wild ride. It all started when Sonos users flooded Reddit, noticing their expensive speakers just sounded different after an update. Many were reporting that the bass was all of a sudden cranked up. So, what happens? A Sonos rep jumps into the forum and flatly denies it.
And then comes the reversal. Just 2 days later, that same representative came back to confirm that, yep, some small fixes to the digital signal processing, that's the software that shapes the sound, had, in fact, changed the bass. It turns out the customer's ears were right all along.
And it's not just hardware. A recent Google Messages beta update completely broke the app. It would just crash the instant you tried to open it. I mean, imagine your main texting app just dying. Google did eventually confirm the bug and get a fix out. And then there's the kind of frustration that's literally a decade in the making. Microsoft is still moving basic settings from the old control panel to its modern settings app. This is a process that started all the way back with Windows 10. We're talking a decade-long cleanup project just to finally move stuff like the cursor blink rate.
But hey, despite all the week's problems, innovation definitely hasn't stopped. So let's end this with a rapid-fire look at the future of tech.
Meta just revealed a new prototype VR headset, codenamed Tiramisu. And just look at these numbers. The current Quest 3 has a resolution of 26 pixels per degree. This new prototype, it's hitting 90. That's over 3 times sharper. We're getting eerily close to passing what they call the visual Turing test.
And for all you Apple fans, a long-awaited upgrade might be coming in 2026. Reports are suggesting the M6 MacBook Pro will not only get a beautiful new OLED screen, but it will finally lose that controversial display notch.
For the gamers out there, LG Display unveiled a monitor that is just pushing the absolute limits of speed. It offers a mind-blowing 720 Hz refresh rate. But there's a catch.
To get it, you have to drop the resolution down to 720p. Would you make that trade? Speed for detail?
And finally, leaks for the Google Pixel Watch 4 are pointing to some really serious upgrades. For you fitness buffs, that means more accurate GPS tracking on your runs, and maybe most importantly, a battery that could last up to 40 hours. Now that would be a real game changer.
So here's the crucial point. With all this, AI getting weirder, privacy getting scarcer, it all raises this really important question for all of us. What you should take away from this is that our digital future, well, it's still being written. If you enjoyed the episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.